Hello YouTube modelers, welcome back to my channel. I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers for tuning in. I'm going to be starting a new model. It's a kit that I received from a giveaway. It is a modern tool of a modern subject, 2021 Ford Bronco. I believe there's a curbside. So what I might do is I'll just go through my parts bin and see if I can source together an engine. If so, I'll see if I can open up the hood. But in the meantime, it's sealed. Nice looking decals, nice photos of the real car, and of course the parts trees. So it doesn't look too complicated because obviously without the engine there's less parts. But the box is kind of large and very heavy. So either the plastic is very thick or, well, it has all those large off-road tires, so maybe, who knows. So let me open up the cellophane, the plastic, and be right back. Alright, so I pulled out all the contents, took it out of the individualized plastic bags. So let's take a look at the parts in detail. So here is the body. Very nice. There doesn't seem to be any flashing. It's a new mold. And it's what I didn't look at the instructions or know much about this Bronco, but it looks like it has an interior roll bar or something because it has this hard roof that you slap on. It has the ribbing or texture on top. The hood, it's nice that the hood is open. It's not a solid on the body, so if I do decide to put an engine, the hood will already be open. These parts I will not pull out because I don't want to lose them or scratch them, but you got the tail lights, tinted windows, and of course driver and passenger side, due to probably local law, you can't have it dark tinted. But probably the back and the rear can be a little darker. This is the front. I like it that I think it's called a frets. The black frame is already done for you, so you don't have to do it by marker. And then the chrome pieces. Looks like maybe the light housing and the rear view mirror, center and side mirrors, right? That looks nice. The off-road tires, very, very aggressive shoulder and treads. No name, so I may use a tire decal. Here are the decals. The Bronco plates. The Bronco emblem. The bucking Bronco. Choice of plates. Okay. So that looks nice. You guys saw the tires. I'll put that on the side. So let's look at this one. The wheels. I'll probably spray them black. I believe that's what they are. It is curbside, so the bottom will just have some features. So if you turn it over, you'll see it, but not the top. These may be the interior door panels or door cards. Those look like the flares, the fender flares, right? The little rubber. Some other parts I don't recognize. The floor pan, chassis, seats, bucket seats, probably the rear view, the side mirrors, pedals, the chassis frame, seat back, seat cushions, front end with the anti-sway bar. Don't recognize this as a transmission, maybe. Looks like the front steering components. Some more bottom pan. Steering wheel, axles, Looks like wipers, axle, disc brakes, some more components, pipes, center console and interior, shocks, dash, and then the rest is the grille, bumper, more bumper with the tow hooks, skid plate. It looks to be maybe a bull bar, push bar. So that's it. So it doesn't seem difficult. I could probably glue a lot of it together before spray painting. And then finally the instruction sheet. A little history. So typical interior first. The seats. Possibly using decals, right? Seats, interior. Very nice. And then you're done. And the tires. And that looks like the kit. So from here, I'm going to be washing the parts with a dishwashing liquid. And then from there, I'll assemble as much as I can. Separate them by color. This will be a rattle can job. I will not be pulling out the airbrush. So it should be a quick build. And hopefully the engine will come from my Revell 302 Mustang kit, because I think they also included a 429 engine block. And then I'll add pipes, valve covers, carburetors, and air filter from various kits, because I think the 302 Mustang, they just included a 429 block and transmission, and I'll improvise. Wanted to do a shop card shout out to my buddy Caleb. Big Guy Model Works. Here are all his social media channels. Nice shop card with a fire pumper, Bronco, Mustang, and possibly a GTO. But anyway, go check him out. He does mostly cars. Great channel. I'll have his channel in the description. Check him out if you haven't done so already, and show him proper support. Thanks. Alright, so here are the parts all spray painted. I'm just waiting for it to gas out because it is enamel. The interior is going to be dark gray. The black parts, features, wheels. Basically it's heavy black and gray for the interior. Then the outside is Rust-Oleum fluorescent green. That's the black top. Green hood. So basically just simple earthly colors. Aside from the fluorescent green, it's just dark gray, interior, black. And then here are the parts I was able to source from my parts bin. So hopefully I can mount an engine in this curbside. And then made it to the bottom. The bottom, they pretty much just give you like this transmission with the four-wheel drive, right? And so that's it. Alright, so we're back. Everything is done spray painted. Actually, this is the first time that I've prepped up like around 6 kits spray painted. So it is a rattle can job, so there is slight orange peel. Paint job is not going to be perfect. But the body is Rust-Oleum fluorescent neon green. The interior is dark gray gloss. So this is the result. Not as smooth, but good enough for me. What's expected of a rattle can, you're not going to get a perfect job, but it'll be like 80% perfect. More like a semi-gloss finish. Not that smooth, a little textured, but it's good. It's very fluorescent, very bright. Interior is gray. I was able to source together a Ford 429 engine, but the water pump and pulleys and alternators from a Chevy. That's why it's hung out so far like that. Because new cars, the alternator should be closer. But anyway, so I'll have to pop a hole in the engine compartment and sink this down halfway, because underneath will be the transmission. So here are all the parts painted. They just have to be assembled. This roof attachment is gloss black. As you tell, the sheen is not perfect, but it'll do. Goes like that. So I'm going to start assembling it, but just wanted to tell you this is where I am at. Alright, so this is the progress on the 2021 Ford Bronco. It is a curbside, but it has a lot of parts, even less the engine. So here is the progress. The front end has a lot of stuff, so you have to do a lot of dry fitting and then glue it all at once. Now originally I was going to pop a rectangular hole and drop this engine in, but I think I'm just going to paint it flat black and then just put the engine on top, because you're not going to be able to see the bottom of the engine anyway with the skid plates. So basically it's a leftover or extra parts from my 69 Mustang 302. So this, they also include the 429 Cobra Jet. So it's a hybrid 429 Cobra Jet, Chevrolet triple carbs. I moved the distributor to the front, and it's got a 64 Impala water pump, one fan blade broken, and an alternator hanging way out there. I did not include the oil pan, and I cut the transmission and flywheel bell housing from the rear. It will be glued like that. It does clear for the hood. I've tested it already. If you look at it, it clears. And of course it has a triangular air filter. I think the carbs in the air filter is from my 75 MPC or AMT Corvette. So that way it looks like it has an engine. I think typically Ford used to be blue engines, Chevrolet and possibly Mopars have like red or orange engine blocks. I think now it could be any color, silver, black, blue. So that's where we are now. I'm just going to button down a few more things, and I'll be back probably with the final reveal. Alright, so here we are at the final reveal of the AMT 2021 Ford Bronco First Edition. A big thanks to Edgar over at One Team Garage for providing this kit to me. I won it during his giveaway. This is a very modern, new tooled kit, so everything is pretty clean. It is a very heavy kit because there's a lot of plastic pieces, highly detailed, and after you sandwich the parts, especially these off-road four-wheel drive system, big fat tires, the model is quite heavy. So here is the finished kit. It is a typical spray can job, so the paint is not flawless, but typical, or what I would expect from a rattle can. A quick build for a quick fix. So I left the hood up because the hood is very tight, and I don't think you guys want to wait minutes for me to open up the hood. So let's take a look at it. It is a curbside, so you can do what I did, was just source together an engine, drop it in. It's a hybrid Chevy with Ford parts engine, but I was happy I was able to source together an engine. You can paint it black. I just didn't think it was worth to open up a hole and drop it through, because with the skid plate and the oil pan, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So here's the bottom. Colorful yellow shocks. Highlighted the coils. Just followed the instructions. Typical black and silver. The white tire decals are of course aftermarket. It is not included in the kit, but I always like raised white lettering, so the decal I think enhances it. There are a lot of parts, there are some parts left over because I think there was other options to this release. Boxed through something else. I think you have an extra bumper bar, 1 or 2 pieces, and then of course decals. They gave you an option of blacking out this bulge with some strobe light stripes down the side, but of course that's optional, and if I'm not trying to hide a paint floor, I usually just do with little decals as possible. So here it is. Nice detailed kit. For example, the mirrors are 3 pieces. You got the chrome mirror portion, the housing, and of course the stem. Matter of fact, if you wanted to build a diorama, you can actually probably glue them in the folded position as if you were parked next to someone. Decals were very easy to handle, very new. This is what it looks like. This is the decal, of course. So is the oval blue, the Ford Bronco, and of course the top lifts off. This is a different type of interior, the way the high liner is and this interior. So when you paint it, I'm usually used to just painting the side that faces the interior, but if you notice, there is a little bit of white plastic that sticks out beyond the fret of the windshield. So if I had to do it over again, I would probably have to spray that in dark gray as well. So a little bit peeks outward. I don't know what these 2 things are. I don't know if they're radio speakers or something, but that was a weird attachment in the back. I did forget to sand the tread portion of the tires, so they're kind of shiny. Usually I take sandpaper and sand them. But overall, a pleasure to build. A very modern tool kit. Did not add seat belts. Not much to dash because it's just decals, because it is a digital dash, right? And that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed this build. I'll have stills at the end as usual. And thanks for watching.